Hey fam, what is good? Welcome back to my humble space, my humble home studio, Orun Kingdom Music here in Somerset, United Kingdom. This is my space, BeatLab, where I share with you the breakdown of my projects and music production, DJ gear, and so on. So thank you for tuning in. My name is Cam Cuba. After the intro, I want to share some news. I mean, as you can see right here, but yeah, let's talk about it after the intro. So welcome back. As you can see, I have made the leap and I jump into the water of Alpha-Theta / Pioneer gear. After a lot of thinking, I finally made my decision and I invest in the Alpha-Theta I always struggle to say that name. XDJ-AZ. AZ, as you said. Anyway, the last few episodes I have been talking a lot is because I'm trying to put together all the pieces of the puzzle that I need in order to deliver the type of performance that I want to deliver. It's been a long process of thought, but also saving the money and putting together the resources to make this possible. The reason why I invest in this piece of equipment is part of a bigger picture that I'm trying to build, towards my career, how I see myself. It's not a quick turn solution. I wasn't thinking of buying something that will solve my problem for the next couple of years. I'm just thinking about buying something that not only will last me quite a few years, hopefully. I mean, Alpha-Theta and Pioneer, they are being famous for the good quality on the products, although I have heard that these last new products are not as quality oriented as previous generation. This is my first one, so I have no frame of reference. One of the reasons that I bought this one was because I want to build them as a memory for when finally I reach to the club level. I have had a few instances where I have need to work with Pioneer equipment and didn't have the right setup in my flash drives. I was completely lost in terms of what to do, where, and it's been a mess every time that I have faced a situation. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to buy into the Pioneer or Alpha-Theta ecosystem. So many names for these companies like me. Basically, it made more sense for me to go for this one instead of the other candidate, which was the Prime 4 Plus from Denon. I mean, I love Denon. You see that I have the LC6000, although I'm planning to sell this previous setup. More on that later. But yeah, basically that was the main reason. I know that the software that I use, which is Algorithm DJ Pro, is not compatible yet. I have been experimenting with some mappings, but then I find out the mapping protocol is not MIDI. It's a different type of protocol. I think it's HID or something like that. I will try to put it somewhere if I remember during my editing process. But basically, it's not the typical MIDI protocol that you will use for any other MIDI controller, right? Pioneer have their own proprietary drive inside these equipment, so I can map some functions, but things like feedback lighting for the pads, the job wheel is really difficult. I've been struggling a lot to trying to do that, so I don't think that I will be using with this setup Algorithm DJ unless they release a new version of the software. The other reason that I wanted to go for something like this, one of my subscribers recommended the Flex 10, which is a really good idea, but I didn't want to have a controller because that was basically what happened to me. I had a controller and the controller failed, and yeah, I wanted to have something that is standalone, so I have some sort of backup somehow. So if I'm using my computer, yeah, because I will need to get a laptop, but more on that later. If I'm using my laptop and the laptop fail, I can use the USB straight away. The other reason that I decide to go for this one instead of for the Prime Pro Plus is like, if you need to change the source of your music or change the source of the software that you're using, when you are in controller mode, to go back to a standalone mode with Prime is a little bit of a hassle. So you need the software need to reset and all of that. This is quite smooth. All you need to do is to press back on the source and select the USB, and that's it. You are good to go. You don't need to reset anything here in this platform, and that's something that I really like, because in those moments when you need to solve an issue, the shorter you can make it, the best, and things will happen. That's something that we can control, and we need to be as ready as possible, you know, to be able to work around those situations. But basically those were the main reason. Reason number one, I wanted to get into the Pioneer Alpha-Theta ecosystem. I wanted to learn that language, you know, build a muscle memory for future proving myself. The second reason is the fact that I can have a backup system in a standalone device. So if my plan A it doesn't work for some reason because of any technical issue, I have a plan B ready, or plan C if I have multiple USB drives. So I have two USB ports here, so I can have multiple options in case something's happened, right? The software that I'm planning to use with this one, alongside with the normal stick with the record box built in, I'm not planning to use record box in a laptop because I don't like record box. I mean, I appreciate that this is one of the biggest software and lots of people use and all of that. I just don't like it. I find it, perhaps because I'm not a traditional DJ, if I put the role of the things that I've been doing since I started making music was like rapping, producing, and now DJing the last few years. But the more than 2 decades, my strength was towards performing, one way or another. But into the DJ ecosystem, I only have like a couple of years, like since 2019, 2018, something like that, a few years. And that was at the beginning, very occasional. Now I'm taking it more serious, you know. This is something that I'm really enjoying, I'm really passionate about now. I can see the potential in incorporating all the things that I like and I'm passionate about as well in terms of art, you know, in one platform. And electronic music and DJing seems to be like the right direction for me to accomplish that, right? The software that I'm going to be using, surprise, surprise, is going to be Serato DJ. This unit is also fully integrated with Serato. It's beautifully compatible. I'm loving it. And probably you have heard me saying that I don't want to play with laptops. I really don't like to rely on a computer for my setup. Just because a computer is something that is quite fragile, and if you're DJing in different environments where people are drinking, or it's quite hot, or any of those situations where it's not meant to be for a computer, it's quite risky, right? The good news with this integration with Serato and this unit is like the screen work beautifully with Serato, which means that I can bring a laptop and I can put it underneath of my desk. I don't need to have it on top like most DJ will do. I can just put it underneath. I don't need to look at my computer. It will just be running the software in the background, but I can access to all my music, all my functions directly here. I can pre-map everything, so I don't need to look at my computer at all. It could be hidden safely somewhere else. The other thing is like I'm planning to get a second-hand MacBook Air. I'm not planning to get anything like fancy or anything like that, because it's gonna be mainly for mobile environment, right? For performing, DJing, traveling, things like that, you know. I will keep my studio for bigger projects like my mastering, mixing, my video editing, all of the heavy lifting work will happen on my Mac Studio, which is brilliant. I don't need to change that. But that MacBook Air will be more like for those situations when I can use my computer for performance as the brain of the operation. But this machine allows me to have access to all of these functions, and I will share with you a few more of that experience a little bit in future videos, right? But I'm really happy. I'm really happy with my decision. I'm still in the trial period, so I can't change my mind. I don't know if tomorrow then on the release a new Prime 5, I'm still during that trial period where I can send this back and if I change my mind. But at this stage, I don't think it will happen, and I have a few projects, a few events coming that I want to be ready for those. So I have a couple months to prepare, so I didn't want to just keep waiting and just needed to get what I need to get and get my work and my rehearsal, my practicing, my skills ready for those events that are coming. Another reason why I'm using Serato instead of Recordbox is stems. Stems is one of my bigger reasons for what I'm in love with the algorithm DJ. It's just the stems are just beautiful, are super clean and super impressive. The flexible big reading, because I like to play lots of open format style. The flexible big reading is just absolutely amazing on algorithm DJ. Then after I started exploring Serato, I have started discovering things that, again, I'm not a DJ first, so I'm a little bit ignorant in terms of what all of this software has to offer. I know Serato because lots of people use Serato, but I never used it before, and I'm discovering things that I didn't thought I would need. I will tell you more in future episode, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the experience with Serato, and I'm just touching the surface, honestly. So what is next? Next is going to be first of all, I need to sell this my previous setup. Yeah, I'm going to sell it because yeah, I don't think that I can first of all afford to have two setups. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything like that. I just need to have what I need to have, and that's it. I'm thinking to sell the two together, like my LC6000, the pair, alongside with the carrying bag that I have. I have a UDG bag, which is, everything is brand new pretty much. I haven't used it. It's been like a year and a half to a couple of years. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I've been also having lots of fun with the Move, Ableton Move. I'm planning to record more videos on that. I just been recovering from a little bit of a health situation. I'm still in the process, but yeah, I feel a little bit with more energy today to do this video and share with you my excitement with the new steps that I'm taking. So that's it. I hope you're okay wherever you are. See you on the next one. Irebo Bashe.
Orun Kingdom Music.